Hey everybody, what's up? This evening we are making Hey everybody, what's up? Tonight we are making Greek chicken pita sandwiches that
He was waving again.
Oh, I thought you were I'm sorry. Tonight we are making Greek chicken pita sandwiches, right? Greek chicken pita sandwiches with creamy mustard sauce, and the mustard sauce comes a little bit later. This is something in the crock pot. It's one of the easiest things we make in the crock pot, and it's also one of the most delicious things we make in the crock pot. So I'm always excited when we get to make this because it's really, really good and it's so quick and easy. I'm just going to spray the crock pot with some cooking spray. And all that goes into the crock pot is some chicken breast, a green pepper, and an onion. And a couple of little seasonings, and that's it. So the green pepper is sliced into 1/2-inch strips.
Ew!
What?
Look at all those.
They're the little seeds. Okay, keep it over the sink so the seeds are gonna go flying everywhere, but you can play with seeds if you want.
It sounds like rain.
It does sound like rain. You're right. Well, here's a bunch more. Here.
Can I do it?
Yeah, here. Oh, it's raining! It's raining seeds! Some more seeds.
More seeds. More seeds. More seeds. Get all the seeds out, right?
Hmm?
Get all the seeds
Yeah, you
out.
can get all the seeds out. Okay. And because these are cut into 1/2-inch strips, it doesn't take a long time. You can kind of just chop them up. I mean, everything kind of softens up in the crock pot anyway. Okay, so the green pepper is cut just into these simple strips.
What? I don't know that.
Woo! Okay. And then next is an onion. I actually stole the end of this onion the other night for something else. So we have just slightly less than a whole onion. And the great thing, this is my favorite part about this recipe, this onion is cut into 8 slices. 8, that's it. There's no complicated dicing that takes a long time. It just basically... Are you eating onion skin? Is it good?
Yeah, a little bit.
Raw white onion. Well, all right, more power to you there, buddy. Our onion cutting is now complete. Yay! That took, what, 10 seconds? Whoop.
Yeah.
And finally is the chicken, and the recipe only calls for a 1/2 pound of chicken, which doesn't seem like an awful lot. This package of chicken that we bought is actually 1 3/4 pounds of chicken, which is obviously like more than 3 times what we need. I've considered using only 2 of the 3 chicken breasts, but I figured if we had 1 random loose chicken breast floating around in the fridge or the freezer, it would just disappear and we'd never eat it because we'd forget it was there. So we're just going to cut all this up. It's going to be sort of a meat-heavy dish, but we've done this before and it's perfectly fine. Like everything just kind of stews up together and it's fine, and it's more chicken, which is good. The other thing I love about this recipe is it requires no cutting of the chicken. Now, because this is a lot more chicken than the recipe calls for, I am going to just cut each chicken breast in half just to make sure they cook thoroughly. Chicken cooks really fast in the crock pot, so it's not really a big concern, but there you go. Chicken is cut. Chicken is done. That's all we have to do for it. So I'm going to dump these in the crock pot. Whoop.
It's a little fast, right?
It's very fast. That's why I like this recipe so much, because it's so quick and easy.
It only has 3 stuff, right?
Yeah, well, just a few little seasonings and that's it. Look, all your little seeds are going wash. Bye, seeds.
Bye-bye, Tootie seeds.
Bye, seeds. Okay, and then just on top of that, we add, the recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of Greek seasoning, which I'm not sure exactly what's in here. I guess I could read the ingredients, but it's just different herbs and things mixed up together in a Greek fashion. It calls for 2 tablespoons, like I said. Because we have a little extra chicken, I'm going to do a little extra seasoning, maybe 1, 2, and you know, whatever, a little bit more. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 2 tablespoon of olive oil. I was actually supposed to add this first. Drizzle the chicken with that. That's it. This is going to cook for just under 2 hours. Unlike a lot of other crock pot things where you have to start way earlier in the day, this just doesn't cook for very long. So we're going to plug it in. Let's see, cook it on high. It's 1 3/4 hours. I'm going to say 2 hours. And I'm taking out just a little bit early. When all this is done, we're gonna make the mustard sauce and assemble the sandwiches, and it's gonna be really, really good. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, it's been about 2 hours. Brendan has gone to bed, so he is no longer part of this video tonight. I am going to lift the lid off of this. Oop. Oh, it smells so incredibly good. I don't know how good it looks on camera. It looks okay, but it smells really good and it tastes really good. So I'm going to make up a mustard mayonnaise yogurt sauce that's going to go on our flatbreads, and we're going to spoon some of this out and make fantastic sandwiches with it. This is a really simple sauce with 3 ingredients. So we're looking at a 1/4 cup of yogurt. This is just plain yogurt. 1/4 cup of yogurt. A 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Oop, it's a little over a 1/4 cup, but that's okay. 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. And then a tablespoon of mustard. It's not specific of what kind of mustard you should use. We're just using regular traditional yellow mustard. But I'm sure you can use whatever kind you want. Okay, and then you just whisk it up together. And it will create a nice, slightly tangy, smooth sauce that you can line your flatbread with. So now it's time to assemble our sandwiches. We use flatbreads. The recipe actually calls for pita. I personally find pita just kind of it tends to fall apart. It gets dried out really quickly. I'm just not a huge fan of pita. I prefer flatbread, but obviously you can use whatever you want. To go on top, we have Kalamata olives, sliced cucumber, and we have Kevin's favorite, feta cheese. Kevin does not like feta cheese. You can also do tomatoes. We actually don't have any tomatoes with us tonight, but you can dice up tomatoes and put those on as well. Alright, so the flatbread, a little mustard yogurt sauce, and just fair warning, I make these, I kind of make it like a giant taco, but it's way, way overstuffed. And basically it all just kind of falls apart as I'm eating it, and I have to clean up the mess with a fork. But I just like my Greek sandwiches really big. I don't know if these are technically gyros. The recipe doesn't say anything about gyros. I don't know if gyros technically have to have lamb or whatever in them. So we're going to take this over to our chicken. This is our chicken, onion, pepper mixture. And the chicken it just forks right apart. It's really tender, really easy to just break it apart with 2 forks. And of course all the vegetables come right apart as well. There's a nice juice in the bottom. Everything is just kind of stewed up together really nicely. And I found it's really tempting to scoop out some of this nice juice, this like jus, if you will, that's in the bottom of this thing, but then it makes the bread, it just goes straight through the bread, makes it soggy, so it's not in the end a good idea, but it's tempting at the time because it's so good. It smells so good. Chicken and the onions and the peppers on there. It'll be a little overstuffed, but that's just the way I do it. Put some cucumbers on top. Some wonderful feta that Kevin's gonna have lots and lots of.
Zero.
Kevin is not a feta fan. And finally, a couple of Kalamata olives. These olives are whole, but pitted, obviously. I love Kalamata olives. You can never have enough Kalamata olives. Okay, there you go. This is it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It smells so good. It tastes delicious. And I kind of just fold it up like a taco and eat it like a great big taco. Yum, it's so good. The sauce is nice and cool. The chicken is hot. The vegetables are crunchy. The olives are salty. Everything just works. Everything just works so perfectly together. It's so good. So I'm going to sign off so I can go eat the rest of this. And please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
I don't know why you're stressing, but I know that you will find it in time to be alone is the break.